This is Salacious Rum, leader of the Kowakian Monkey-Lizard Army. Back on the Battlefronts. Of course we're doing some co-op. Because we're trying to skill up our specialists and our officer. And we're getting there, slowly. Capture one of the command posts. Love this map. Let's have a look. Assault 72, Heavy 141, Officer 32, Specialist 40. So we're getting there. Gonna go for Specialist for a bit. Specialist just jumped ahead of the officer, so that's good. So this is quite a good locale. Full back.
This is where we make our final stand.
Okay.
Get ready.
Oh. Not this way. Okay, we're back in the hangar. Need to get a good location here.
Take positions.
Oh, didn't mean to do that. Back up the steps. Let's find a good location.
This last command post must not fall, or the rebels will win the day. Fight them off.
Yes, they do come out of this side.
To the objective.
See if we can pick anyone up here. Not bad. It's a good location so far. Han Solo though. He comes charging out. How does he run so quickly? I don't remember Han Solo being That was silly. That was a bad place to spawn in. Let's go default position because none of those locations were good.
Personally overseeing the battle.
The Emperor?
We need to hold
Yeah.
objective.
We should have redoubled our efforts.
We've pushed back the rebel
Victory
incursion and the battle
for the
station
Empire.
is secure. They'll think twice before attempting such a reckless
Oh,
attack
good
again.
morning, Blue. How you doing? How's it going? I've had an hour. I've had my sausage and egg baguette and a coffee and an orange juice. No donuts though today. Europe, I thought you were. I did have an email from Brandon saying, "Do you want to join?" And I only saw the email this morning, so I was well and truly tucked up by then. To be honest, I fell asleep partway through your Peg Warmer stream. I was just knackered. Postman woke me up at 10. Oh, any goodies? Anything interesting? No toy hunting today then. I was debating whether to go out or not. And then I thought, oh, this is it's probably my... Oh, the X-Wing components. Very good. I was debating whether to go on a toy run today, and I was like, well, this is my last day of the holiday, really, because tomorrow I've got to do some work. I suppose I've got the weekend. I'm just... ultimately, I'm a lazy bugger. I thought, no, I'll have another day at home. I've done a few shorts already this morning. May pop over to Asda. Yeah, sun's nice here.
The rebels are preparing an assault. Our orders are to dig and hold at all costs.
I managed to find another vintage custom cardback crumb with a different
These positions must be held.
a different photo
Retreat is not an
I got off eBay. So I've just done a short on that one. I don't know how many custom cardback crumbs I've got now, but quite a few. Yeah, I feel you. I've got a big backlog as well. I've almost done a short for all of the retro collection now. I've just got Mock Gideon to do. I did Queel this morning, and it's really funny. Yesterday I did 5 shorts. Get this. I did 5 shorts yesterday, and 4 of them were the retro collection. Ones that you would think would be popular. You know, so Cara Dune, Mando, the Child. So I did 4, and then I did 6 shorts yesterday. 4 retro collection, and then 2 of those stupid holiday special Black Series figures, which I know you love. So that's 6 shorts in total. And guess which one did gangbuster numbers overnight? Out of all 6, so 4 retro collection Mando figures and 2 holiday special figures. Guess which one did gangbuster numbers overnight? I love waking up in the morning and checking the YouTube studio to see the view numbers.
The rebels will attack these positions.
So one of my holiday special figures did 7,700 views last night. Would you believe it? Holiday special figure with can't even remember what the soundtrack is. Jingle Bell Rock, I think it is. It's not even Christmas. And then it was the Holiday Range Trooper with Jingle Bell Rock. Did 7,700 views last night. In one night. Absolute bonkers. You couldn't write it. And then my Cara Dune it's got like 30 views. And I actually spent a bit of time on that one. I spent a bit more time making quite a fancy short on that one. Strange they didn't include that in your case. Very strange. Hey Luke. How's it going, dude?
Our defenses must shift to properly face the
Hello, Order 66 Pictures as well. Thanks for stopping by the Monkey-Lizard. This is just a not Monday, it's a Thursday morning blast out. Trying to improve the score of my sniper, my specialists. Get him upgraded. Seems to be working. Getting some decent scores for him. Can't bloody shoot this guy though, for love of the money. Come on. I'm moving all over the place. Come on. Finally. Well, I took my time on that one, didn't I? See if I can pick up any more. Here we go. How you going, Luke? How's it going, Order 66? How are you both? The monkey lizard has had his breakfast.
The rebels believe they have us defeated, but they are
Now
wrong.
he's fighting in the
yourselves.
name of the Empire. You always have to retreat positions on this map. Alright, let's get a position here. See if I can pick anyone up. Oh, there's Luke. Just hanging out for the day, hanging out with the wifey. Good man,
No
good man.
retreat, no surrender.
Oh, there's Luke. See if I can get a Luke. Whoa. Luke is so hard to get. Speaking of Luke's, just force pushed me 20 foot in the air. I'll probably go ahead and try for a kid this month. Wow. Well, the trying's a lot of fun. Good luck with that, sir. Defeat? How do we lose?
And the rebels have carried the day. Ours is the painful shame of defeat.
So that's a premeditated, well, if she don't get pregnant, then I'll be in big trouble. Gotta live up to Yoda's saying, there is no try, only do. Well, Don't put yourself under pressure, Luke. You'll be overthinking it. I'm sure the gods are. I'm sure the stars will align. Destiny has brought me to you. Need the stars to align. The
rebels are preparing an assault.
The tide not to be out.
Orders are to dig and hold
Hey, Marky
at
D.
all costs.
How's it going, Marky D? Luke's preparing to. Luke's preparing for action, so we're just G'ing him along. How you doing, Marky? Oh, KLL Collectibles. Hey, gents, how's it going, KNL? This is Salacious. This is Salacious. It's having a bit of a morning Battlefront action. Hope everyone's well. I've got my sniper on the field today. Trying to get some sniper points. There we go. Hope everyone's well. Luke, it's the wrong time of the year, though. Oh, yeah, if you're aiming for May the 4th, yeah. It's going, can't sleep. Oh, I know how you feel, man. It's a bugger when that happens. Little Ewok got me. So it's Thursday morning. I had a pretty average morning. I had myself a cappuccino from Greg's and a bacon and sausage baguette. How about that? Not particularly good for you, but a wholesome breakfast. And I'm off work, so I thought, well, I'll enter the Battlefront. Probably got 5 or 6 now, I think. All slightly different photos. I know some people might look down on that, but it's for my Kowakian Monkey-Lizard collection. You've got to delve into the customs and the bespokes. Marky, nothing till payday. Got a shed load of comics. That's awesome. Finishing my Power of the Force 2 carded run. I love those. I love the greenbacks and the. I've got quite a few. I don't know how many there are in total, but it's It's quite a significant collection, isn't it? You've got the green backs, the red and orange backs. You've got the Shadow Run. You've got all the deluxe sets. Actually, the deluxe sets are quite good. You know, you get like the Death Star swing bridge, and you get like Luke in the Millennium Falcon gunner chair, and then some of them are weird. Like there's a Boba Fett deluxe set, and he's got a weird, he's got like a weird flying suit, or a weird sort of, I don't know what it is. I like the Shadows figures. Hey, Rosa. Luke, I kind of want to steal everyone's Star Wars toys to use for D&D minis. Blue sending a few complaint emails. That's not like you, Mark. all the toy shops must know you by now. That's that Blue Harvest guy again, moaning about our stock levels. Or better yet, the Star Wars RPG. Do you know, it's never something I've got into. I would really like to, but you know, I'd love to have a go at Legion or Destiny or the X-Men game. Never played them. I kind of I don't have any friends nearby that play them, and you've kind of got to be in the same room, haven't you, really, to get a big board game like that going. I don't know whether you can do it online. I don't think you can, really. But it does interest me, for sure. It's never something I've done. Never really done big tabletop gaming like Warcraft or any of those other games. Just never done it for some reason. The guy in Forbidden Planet recognised me yesterday. Oh god, I bet they ran the other way. Here he is, he's come in. Quick! Get all the stock out. It's blue. Yeah, I do all the tabletop RPG stuff with my brother. We want to do Star Wars and be smugglers. You're so lucky that you've got a brother that you can do that with. I'd be well up for that. Should have like a big game room with a big table set up, and do you have to paint all the miniatures and everything first, Luke? I don't know if I've got the patience for that. So you'd need a setup, wouldn't you, where you can paint all the miniatures, and so you need a little painting area, and then you need a big desk for,
we don't have to defend,
a big table for all the game action. I haven't got the space where I am at the moment, but maybe one day. Make everything from scratch. Wow. Paint and draw maps. Salvage rocks. Wow. That's nuts.
The filthy rebels have pushed us back, but this is just a minor setback. Get ready to dig in.
Someone's shooting me in the bottom. Who was it? Oh, it was a
The rebel attack cannot
as
continue
the line
indefinitely.
evolves,
Prepare
they slowly get rid of all that, all those muscles, and actually the figures get quite good. I think by the end of that line, the figures get pretty good, and there's a good range of figures as well. I must have a big chunk of them loose, and I don't know, maybe 30 carded, something like that. But they're all in storage. It's been a while. I'm actually looking forward to getting all those out. And I've got some of the Power of the Force 2 vehicles as well, which are basically, they use the same molds as the vintage figures. So I've got the boxed Millennium Falcon, which is basically the same mold as the vintage Canon Millennium Falcon, just with slightly different paintworks. Hey Niels, how's it going, dude? Yeah, the week off's good. It's coming to an end now, so it soon comes and goes, doesn't it? Rorzaf, what's your verdict on the retro Mando? They're cool. I quite like them. It's something different, isn't it? You know, I mean, I was an original Kenner collector, so I dig the styling. Not for everyone. They're cheap, you know, they're cheap. The cards aren't brilliant quality. Mine came in a case and they're all slightly warped a little bit. I won't open them, to be honest. I was thinking about buying another set because they're not expensive, or waiting to see if they come down in price and buying a second set to open. Quite like an open set as well. But I'd only do it if they come down in price a little bit, or fine, they get reduced. But they're cool. I've bought every one of the retro collection figures that's been released, including the ones that are in board games. Quite like them. Yeah, pretty cool. I don't mind. I'm not even bothered about the sticker. I know some people get a bit heads up about the sticker. I'm not really bothered by that. Clearly defines it as a retro collection figure. Oh, Yoda. Kicking my butts. Any of you guys ever paint X-Wings? Nah, I'd love to though. Absolutely love to. Never played any of the tabletop games, or done any of the, you know, the modelling for them. Definitely be up for it. Just never been exposed to it really. Never known anybody that does it. Never had any friends that are into it. So maybe it's something I'll adopt if I meet somebody. I don't know. They do have a whole room at the NEC set up for it. So when you go to the NEC Toy Fair, they often have a whole room where you can go and play. But I don't know. I've never done it. Luke, Stormtrooper meets Green Laser Sword midgets. Marky D, there was about 700 worth. Oh, so you bought a collection. That's the best way to do it. You're totally right, that's the best way to do it. Pick up a whole collection, get real value for money there.
Our defenses must hold for just a bit longer. They will achieve victory.
I think I've got a Power of the Force 2 TIE Fighter and Vader's TIE Fighter, and they're basically using the old Kenner models. They're identical, really.
With Vader here, victory will surely be ours.
And some of the later figures I think are pretty cool. Best place to meet RPG players is the hobby shops. Yeah, there is a Warcraft shop in where I live. I've often walked past it and looked in and never gone in. Don't know why. they've got some tables set up in there. I don't know why I've never gone in there, really.
We've held off the rebel attack.
I completed the Phantom Menace carded run, so now you're on to Power of the Force 2. Yeah, I love the Phantom run too, and I've got a big chunky collection of those too, loose and carded, and I've got quite a few. Don't ask me why, but I got them cheap. I've got quite a few carded, graded Phantom figures. Like, there's a Dulux pack with a battle droid and another character, and I've got 8 of those, all AFA graded. It's because I got them on a deal on eBay, and it worked out at about £25 per graded figure, which, if I get an AFA graded figure for £30 or less, if I see it, I'm buying it. Because to get it shipped over to America, graded and shipped back, costs you more than 30 quid. So I have got a random collection of AFA carded, graded figures from some Power of the Force. In fact, I've got one just up there. Most of them are boxed away, but I've got a couple here in the flat. I've got a couple of signed ones. I've got some of the Attack of the Clones, you know, the blue line, and some of the Revenge of the Sith. Like, I'm trying to think which ones I've got. I've got like holographic Emperor, AFA graded, Luminara and Dooley in an action pose. Yeah, the Attack of the Clone ones are all action posed, aren't they? But yeah, I like all those lines. There's some good figures in there. Max Rebo, Power of the Force 2 version. Yeah, I don't think I've got that one, actually. I've got the Snice Noodles, I believe. Got the a Man set with Crumb. In fact, yeah, you mentioned that on your I think it was Usual Mike showed that on your stream last night, Mark, and you said I'm surprised that you haven't got that rum, but I have got that. I've got a couple of versions actually. I've got a couple of there's a couple of slight variations of the card, and I've got a load of those crumbs loose where he's got his hand on his hips. I just think they're really funny. And then that bled into Power of the Jedi, didn't it, Marky D? I think after Power of the Force 2 and the Phantom Menace, you had the early announcement figures for Phantom, and then it bled into Power of the Jedi. And that was a nice line as well. And of course, you got all those figures that come with the slides, you know, the little slide that you can pull out. So I've got the vintage Kenner Max Rebo set, but I'm missing the microphone stands. So annoying. But I love that set. Such a cool. It's like piano thing's amazing. Grading depends if you want to sell. To be honest, I'm obviously never going to sell my collection. I don't sell anything. I'm a hoarder. I just like getting stuff good value. So, like I'm sure many of you have. Oh God! Wow! I've got a load of search terms set up in eBay, and I often search for things like, you know, graded Star Wars, or, and if I see anything that's cheap and graded, you know, if you can buy it for less than it costs to grade it, or an equivalent price, I always think, oh, it's worth getting. This is the best map for a specialist, to be honest. Market is sometimes worth looking for Lily Ledy. They keep their balloonus. Yeah, they can go like a grey colour, can't they? Hey, Martian Warrior, can you do a full collection video? I absolutely cannot wait to do a full collection video. So, I'm currently looking for a house. Just sold my existing place, so I'm going to be homeless soon.
Don't give them a moment's
And the prerequisite for my new place is a collection room. So I need to, because I'm paying a lot of rent on storage lockups at the moment, full of toys. So I need to get rid of them. But it's not just toys. I've got video games and games consoles and board games and load of old toys, load of old 2,500 video games, and a load of crap that I've bought at car boot sales over the years. VHS videos and a load of nonsense, really. So I'm looking forward to getting it all out. Posters and pictures and comic books.
Redouble your efforts.
But I can't do it at the moment because I live in a one-bedroom flat, and anything I buy, I add it to my app, catalog it, photograph it, and do a short video which I publish, and then it goes into storage. But I've been doing that for a year anyway. All the stuff prior to the year, no one's ever seen it. No one's ever seen it, apart from the odd photographs that I've shown. What app? It's called. Well, I've got a couple. I've got Toy Collector Free, where I've got all my non-Star Wars lines. And then I've got Collector for all my video games. And then I've got CLZ for all my books and annuals and things like that. And then my Star Wars figures are all on, what is it, Star Wars 411 or something like that. Catalogued, all my modern stuff on there. The vintage stuff is on Toy Collector Free on iOS. But to be honest, Toy Collector Free is only really good for older stuff because they don't update the newer lines. But for vintage stuff, He-Man, Thundercats, Star Wars, it's pretty good because there's photographs of everything, and I'm not really paying attention to this game at the moment. So Toy Collector Free is very good for older stuff.
Good. Iden Versio has joined us.
And the video game one, I mean, it's called Collector. It's just a green app. It's very good. But then I have exported it all into price charting, which is probably the best one. But there's no app for that. It's a website. But price charting is probably the best video game one. So I put it all in Collector, and then I've exported it into price charting. And price charting, they send you an email every week telling you the market value of your collection, which is really good. And then the CLZ ones are good. So whenever I go to a charity shop and I find a book or an annual, you scan the barcode and it adds it into your collection, which is really helpful, to be honest. So I've got a lot of books, a hell of a lot of books, and they're all in CLZ books. Same with VHSs and DVDs and Blu-rays and things like that. But I'm a bit of a cheap bugger, to be honest. I spent many years getting bargains from boot sales and charity shops and stuff like that. Stuff is on Google Sheets and Excel. Yeah, I mean, it's a simple way of doing it, isn't it? There's so many ways of cataloguing it. Google Sheets is good because you can just access it anywhere on any device. Hey, Captain Trek, where is the one thing you have always wanted that you do not have? Man, there's a few things. So if I just pick on the different franchises, I love Alien. I love the Alien franchise. So I love Ridley Scott's Alien, and then James Cameron's Aliens. I would love one of the original. I would love one of the original Kenner Xenomorphs. They're 18 inches, a massive figure. It's got a clear dome, which often goes missing, and they released them in I don't know what it was, 1981 or something like that. And they recalled the line because kids were so scared of them. And they're the figure that Super 7 or Reaction use as the basis for their 3.75 mold. So their 3.75 mold is like modelled after the original like 18-inch one. It's huge. And to get it in boxed, you're probably talking 300 quid, 150 to 200 quid loose maybe. I've seen them at NEC Toy Fair before and just not pulled the trigger. So there's one. I've got most of the Aliens line, the Kenner Aliens line, but I'm missing a couple of pieces. I've got some of the NECA Alien figures, I like those, but I'd love a full run. Talking Star Wars, well, vintage figures, I'm missing some of the last 17, so I've got a Man, but I'm missing, I think I'm missing Barada, I'm missing Lando, I've got all the Ewoks. What else am I missing? I'm missing the Imperial Dignitary. Who else am I missing? Damn. I can't think who else I'm missing. Vehicles. I haven't got the Imperial Transport. Would love the Imperial Transport. That would be amazing. I've got the Millennium Falcon. I've got an X-Wing. I've got most of the mini rigs. I've got the Empire Strikes Back Star Destroyer. That's boxed. That's in very good condition. Haven't got any of the playsets, so I wouldn't mind one of those. In fact, I bid on Mark's on Blue's Dagobah one. I quite like a Dagobah playset, or the Hoth one actually, because I do like to army build stupid. I army build stupid things, but I've got an army of snowtroopers. Not a great deal of them have weapons or capes, but I've got a lot of snowtroopers, a lot of stormtroopers. I've got a huge Ewok collection, like it's a stupid one. Don't ask me why. I was obsessed with Ewoks for a while. Same with the Ewok village. I've created a super village by connecting various platforms together. So Star Wars, yeah, some of the last 17, and Imperial Transport, Dagobah, Hoth. I'd like some of the comic packs. Like I've got some of them loose, but I haven't got any carded comic sets. I'd quite like some of those, you know, the double comic sets. I like EU figures, so I made a point of trying to, you know, getting Malgus and Revan and Talon. I've got 2 or 3 Talons. I love all those weird EU figures. I haven't got Bane. I quite like Bane. And I haven't got, oh, what's the crazy looking one? In the Yuzong Vong. There's a Yuzong Vong figure, I think. I can't remember what he's called. But yeah, there's plenty of stuff in Star Wars that I still like to collect. And I pre-order all the Black Series and most of the vintage collection I pre-order. I've not got all the Black Series, I'm missing some, but I've got a sizable amount of them. I'm not really a completionist, I'd say. I just like... I get most stuff, but I'm more interested... That's the things that interest me, I suppose. But there are other lines that I'm interested in. I was a big Mask fan as a kid. I've got some of the figures, but I'd like to recollect some of the vehicles. Would love Rhino, you know, the truck. Would love what's Matt Tracker's car called? You know, the blue car that turns into a plane. I had that as a kid. I've got a couple of the vehicles. I've got Condor, the little green motorbike, and what's the purple one that turns into a little submarine. I've got that one as well. I love Star Trek, Captain Trek. Massive Star Trek fan. Loved the movies. Wrath of Khan is one of my favourite films of all time. Just think it's a masterpiece. I was a massive Next Generation fan, so I collected. I've got a few of the Playmates. I'd like the Playmates Enterprise D Bridge. That playset. That would be a good one. That would be a nice one to have. The bridge. I've got a shuttle from Playmates. It's a shuttle or a runabout, I can't remember which. I think it's a shuttle. I think it's an Enterprise D shuttle. Would love some of the vintage Star Trek figures. I think they're from Mego. I think they're Mego. Would love some of those. I haven't got anything like that. Marky T finished watching Voyager last night. Yeah, I think that whole Playmates line, from Next Generation, Deep Space Nine to Voyager, I think it's an underrated line. I think you can get the figures quite cheaply. The scale of the figures is a bit weird, isn't it? It's kind of like a 4 to 5 inch scale, and they've got slightly bigger heads, I think. But I know Galoob did a 3.75, but I like the Playmates ones, I think. And you get really good accessories like tricorders and phasers and... So yeah, I'm a big fan of that whole line. I like model ships, so I've got a couple of models of the Enterprise. I've got like an old original 1701 Enterprise alarm clock, which is pretty cool.
Only to now suffer defeat as well.
And I've got the Eagle Moss. I like the Eagle Moss collection. Do you collect Eagle Moss? Yeah, I've got probably not a huge collection, Niels, just probably a dozen Eagle Moss ships. To be honest, you can find them now, or pre-lockdown. I was picking them up at car boot sales in England for £3 or £4. So yeah, I've probably got about a dozen Star Trek Eagle Moss ships. Klingon Bird of Prey is a beautiful design. I think the Romulan Bird of Prey from Next Generation is my favourite. Just a massive ship. Enterprise D, Enterprise A. Not a real fan of the JJ verse ships, to be honest. Totally out of scale, and not a huge fan of those. And then there's other lines like Motu. I've got most of the vintage Motu figures, but I'm missing a hell of a lot of weapons. You know, like I'll pick the figures up at boot sale, you know, minus weapons. I've probably got a lot of duplicates of some figures. Same with Thundercats. I've probably got 5 Mumras, but not one complete, you know. I've got a few of the vintage Motu vehicles, but some are missing bits and missing stickers, and some need restoration, so... Have you seen Drew Teg is doing a Motu cabinet? No, I've not seen that. I'm not familiar with Drew Teg, to be honest, Marky. It's not a name that seems familiar. He's on Facebook. Oh, he did your cabinet. Wow. Well, your cabinet's an absolute thing of beauty. That is something I really covet. Yeah, real craftsmanship's gone into that. Oh, well, I would absolutely love one of those. I kind of want to be rude to ask how much they are, actually, because you don't have to tell me, but I would be very interested to know, because that's something I'd love to put in my collection room when I eventually get one. I can imagine, I think, how much it would cost, but worth it. Did you have to get power, a special socket, what do you call it,
Time is running out for the rebels. Don't fail me
just
now.
trying to think what else, toy-wise. I like weird stuff, So, and I like Godzilla. So I've got a very small, not a particularly impressive, but probably half a dozen old Japanese Godzilla figures. Not massive ones, like 6-inch. I've got a Mecha Godzilla and a couple of old Japanese ones. I've got a very small Bandai Sofubi collection, like Ultraman and Kamen Rider. Oh, the WWF figures. I loved WWF. So yeah, that's a good shout. So I've got the ring. I've got the ring, although the ropes are a bit loose, so I need to do a little bit of restoration to tighten the ropes up. And I've got the flag for the ring, but I'm missing the electronic announcement table. And in terms of the WWF figures, I'd say I've probably got around, I don't know, 20 to 30 maybe. I've probably got a couple of doubles in there. Legion of Doom, Demolition, a couple of the different Hulk Hogans, Rowdy Piper, you know, some of the main ones really. I've got a couple of carded, but not a huge amount. Just ones I've picked up here and there. They're in fairly good nick. Oh, what's that book called? I think I may have seen that book. The other thing I've got, which may be of some interest, I know some of them can go for a bit of money, but I've got a WWF VHS collection, pretty big one, because I found lots of them at car boot sales, and it's funny because I had a lot of them as a kid, you know, like SummerSlams and WrestleManias, and so yeah, I love my WWF. The VHS collection is, I don't know how many I've got, maybe 100. It's a lot. Most of the SummerSlams and the Survivor Series, and there was a line of VHS tapes. I don't know what they're called, but they're like white packaging with like a stars and stripes on the bottom, and they're like focused on individuals. So it's like a Bret Hart one and a Hulk Hogan one. And hey, G-Force. I'm still going, yeah. This is a Thursday morning blast out on the Battlefronts. Getting my specialists graded up whilst talking vintage toys. Oh, and then Marky D, oh, you got the DVDs and rips. Yeah. I actually went to see WWF at the NEC when I was about 12 or 13. And I don't know if you remember Bret the Hitman Hart used to wear those shades. Well, I've got a set of those like foam shades that I bought there. When was this? I mean, this was mid-90s. Early 90s, mid-90s. I think maybe early 90s.
The rebel attack and won the day. A fine example of Imperial strength.
And then Marky D, there's obviously Ghostbusters. And then the other line, I suppose, market is Transformers. So I've gone and rebought some of the ones I had as a kid, G1. So I've got Optimus, I've got Ultra Magnus. Haven't got Soundwave, that's the one I really want. And Shockwave. Did Shockwave ever come out? I don't ever remember seeing Shockwave, but I always loved Shockwave. Soundwave I never had and always wanted, with all the cassettes. Ravage, and I've got 4 out of 5 of the Dinobots. And I've got most of the planes, including Jetfire, which is I bought at NEC Fair, which is mint. You've got all the weapons and all the gubbings.
The Rebel Alliance thought it could hide on Hoth, but no one.
Yeah, I really covet Soundwave, but Soundwave's hard to get in good nick. It's always broken. Same with Megatron. I'd love. So there's a couple of my outstanding ones. I want Megatron and Soundwave. Yeah, Ravage, Rumble, yeah. Oh, and GoBots. I've got a ton of GoBots, an absolute ton. Not all of them are in good nick. Some of them are broken, but I've got an absolute ton of them. And I've got all of the Rock Lords. That's, I think, the one line that I've got complete, including the Gnarlies and the vehicles. Don't ask me why. I just have. I think I really wanted a Transformer, and my mum bought me a GoBot by mistake, and I remember being gutted. But then since I went to recollect them, I was like, oh, GoBots. So I am a GoBot supporter. So I bought a couple of. I did buy a couple of GoBot collections off eBay years ago. And I love muscle figures, Monkey, don't know if you collect those. And Mad Bulls. I've got a tub full of muscle and mini wrestlers and mini boglins. Remember all those mini wrestlers you'd get in your Shreddies and your Frosties? I've got a ton of those. I love those. And Mad Bulls as well. I've probably got not many, maybe 4 or 5 Mad Bulls. Including, I've got the Mad. Believe it or not, there is a. You may have seen it. There is a Mad Bull car. I've got the Mad Bull car, which has got a little basketball ring set up in it. It's a pretty ugly thing, to be honest, but it's quite big. It's orange. Don't really know how the Mad Bulls are supposed to drive the Mad Bull car, but there is one. I've got a few turtles, not a huge amount. It was kind of, the turtles was my kind of last line, really. When I was growing up. So I've got a few turtles.
We have completed the first
some of the
phase
Playmates
of our
ones.
Well done.
Got a few Secret Wars figures from Marvel. I've got 2 or 3 superpowers, non-carded, you know, like Superman, Batman.
Technical data updated. New attack points marked. Secure them.
I've got a few bits and bobs from the 1989 Batman film. Like I've got the Batmobile. I think I've got the Batwing, but not boxed. Joker. And the Goon. There's only one other baddie, the Goon guy. Can't remember what his name. But none of that's card. It's all loose. Pretty played with condition, to be honest.
We've been joined by Boba Fett.
Oh, we were talking about wants, weren't we? What do you want? I'd love some more of the Secret Wars figures, to be honest. I love the holographic shields that they came with. I know it's a bit random, but I just love those holographic shields. Same with Supernaturals and bodies you get with the Supernaturals. I've got one or two of them, nothing huge, but I'd like a little collection of those, really. What was the other line that had some holograms? There's another line that did.
Calrissian's luck can't last forever. Eliminate him. The second attack phase was successful.
Your collection must be massive, Markety. I always look at your photographs. You must have a huge collection room.
Secure these new positions.
Or do you put yours in storage? No, you've got a collection room because you've got your Star Wars display. What are you coveting, Markety? What are you looking for? Or Niels or anyone else? What are you guys looking for?
Redouble your efforts.
Vader is here. We shall redouble our efforts. In the lofts, yeah. Looking to get them all out and photograph them soon. May even put my mug on the video. Yeah, you should do. You should do. Be good to put should start a YouTube channel, Markety. If you're going to take photographs of them, you might as well take the photographs and then just put them into one of those auto-animated video makers. Add some music to it and you've got a video. You don't have to do anything, you know. You can literally get 20 photographs, stick them into a video editor, let them auto-sequence them, add a soundtrack, and you've got a video. Currently getting some more of the Transformers Siege figures. Man. I've just bought something. I've just bought one of those. Totally randomly. Because I don't have any modern Transformers. I bought the Omega Titan Supreme, which I think is one of the biggest you can get. It's massive. 25-inch. I saw it on someone else's channel. I was like, oh, that'll look awesome. And they're kind of like G1 styled, aren't they? I don't know. It's a bit of an impulsive buy, to be honest. Marky, your channel would be very popular, so you should definitely do that.
Having joined the battle. I'm on the clock.
Most of the Siege figures I want, looking to get Mirage, Shockwave and Jetfire. I love Shockwave. Did they make a G1 Shockwave? I can't remember. I just love the design of Shockwave. Love the colour as well, the purple colour. Thank you for the support. Quite shy and anxious. Yeah, but it's a good way to get some confidence. And to be honest, people want to hear what you've got to say because you've clearly got a deep knowledge of the hobby and a vast collection, very impressive collection. So you're not going to, you wouldn't struggle at all getting an audience, Markety. You wouldn't struggle at all.
Bosk is here.
I get very anxious, particularly live streams. When we do the Free Men and the Monkey-Lizard stream,
Get ready for the final assault
I'm like
phase.
ready like 15 minutes
Now we'll
before the
eradicate
start,
what's left of this
and then the others
pointless
like
resistance.
stroll in a minute to go, and I'm ever so anxious. I like to have things like ultra planned and prepared, have all the cards like scripted and stuff, and everyone else is like totally relaxed and laissez-faire about it.
And destroy them.
I think you find your own way of it. You find... Oh, there's someone at my door. I think that's the postman. Just give me 1 second, I'll be back. I think it's a toy. Definitely a toy. It says fragile. I'm going to do a live blind unboxing. Who's the sender? Someone in Cornwall. Don't recognise them. Alright. Leave my trooper there for a minute. He's okay. I'm sure you're far more interested in what's in this box I'm opening anyway. It's not massive, it's about a VHS size box, so I can't remember ordering a loose figure or I don't know. What was it? Let's get into it. Hope you don't mind, but I'm quite curious to see what's in this box.
We have been joined by
Oh, I hate it when people pack and they use that loose paper. Do you know the stuff I mean? So this is a carded figure in bubble wrap, but then there's a ton of loose paper. Have I come out of the game? Been timed out. Right, here he is. It's another custom vintage Kenner carded crumb. But this time, it's actually got the Power of the Force crumb in it. So it's technically not very accurate because it's a custom Kenner card with a picture of Crumb, but the picture is actually a picture of Crumb. It's the picture of the sideshow Crumb. So it's totally random. And it's got a green pill, and then a bubble, and then the Crumb inside the bubble is the Power of the Force 2 Crumb. The one where he's all sassy and he's got, it's funny enough, it's the one where he's got his hands on his hips that we were talking about. And then the back is the Kenner full run. What is that? How many? It's the 92 back card, a photograph of it. Is it 92 back? Yeah. So I have a habit of every time I see Salacious Crumb. If you go on eBay and you type in Salacious Crumb, there aren't many things that I haven't bought. Well, there isn't a huge amount to pick from, but whenever I see a custom come up, so I'll make a short of this after this session and post the short so you can see. I've had two crumb shorts come through in the last couple of days, so this is another one. But it's cool to add to the collection. It's unpunched. It's obviously a homemade jobby. It's not a bad print. It's not particularly brilliant. You can tell it's custom. Like it's very, very obvious that it's not a vintage figure, and obviously the bubble's immaculate. But it's interesting nonetheless. It's a different photograph of Crumb, so yeah, I forgot I ordered that one, to be honest. Blue needs to do his Red Dead challenges. I don't even know how you do those, Blue. Marky D, I've sent you a message on Twitter for the... Oh, good. Thanks for that, because I love buying books. As you know, Marky D, because we often buy the same books on Kickstarter. So I've bought quite... yeah, the only books I didn't buy were these Simmons books. Just because the price of them I just couldn't really justify that. But most of the other books that have come up over the last couple of years I've bought. So I do like a good coffee book. Blue Harvest. I'll live stream them to show you. Yeah, I need to get into the whole challenge thing for sure, and work out how to do all that. So a sip of orange juice. This is my last proper free day on holiday, Blue, because tomorrow, although I'm still off, I've got quite a bit of work to do to prepare for next week. So I'm going to take advantage of today, and I'm going to try and stream for most of the day. I'm not going to stay on Battlefront all day, but I'll definitely pop into Red Dead at some point. I was thinking about streaming the Battlefront 2 campaign, because it's been a while since I've redone that. So I might do that later. But I'm planning on staying on the internet most of the day. I'm going to try and make the most of today. Marky D, I did go for the Simmons books, as I love the first two. I would love to get them, to be honest. I almost pulled the trigger a couple of times, but it's all about the Red 5. Yeah, I think it's going to be special. Do you think he's going to succumb? I never wanted him to put Crumb in the book, by the way. If you guys saw my Crumb campaign, I always did that as a bit of a joke. But I wonder whether, because it should be in the playsets. He should be in the playsets book, obviously. But I wonder whether he'll succumb and do something silly like just pull in a Salacious Rum bookmark or something as a bit of a joke. Do you think he will? I don't know. We'll see. One has my name and the other has Blue Harvest. Yeah, mine says Salacious Rum. Mine says Salacious Rum. I bought the what's the Swedish guy? I bought the Crommelin Strikes Back book and what was the one before that? And they're both made out to Salacious Rum. What's the first one called? I can't remember. But they weren't cheap. They were quite expensive. I actually didn't think the quality of the paper stock was brilliant in those. Jacob's book. I'm looking forward to Jacob. Yeah, a new proof marketing. That's it. So that one says I backed that one, and I bought the Crommelin. So you'll see SalaciousRum in the lists in those two. I'm looking forward to Jacob's book. Yeah, he's an interesting character, and I've since bought a couple of the Polish figures. So I can never imagine having a huge collection of those because they're so expensive. But I've got an emerging collection, put it that way. Yeah, so new proof, it's not bad. I mean, I'm hoping the paper stock will be a bit thicker. I think it will. On Reed 5's book. But I do like backing Kickstarter programs. I think they're a lot of fun. So I'm waiting for a few things to be delivered actually. So I backed the Spawn Kickstarter with Book Farlin for that crazy Spawn figure. So that's due to arrive. I backed the Boglins. So that's due to arrive any minute. I backed the Vintage Collection book. We should have had that by now. And I backed the Spectrum NX. So my big retro computer fan. So that'll be with us sometime later on in the year, I think. But yeah, the Jedi Crommelin book, I'll be all over that, definitely. You've got to get that to complete the collection, really. Hey, Aaron. How's it going, Goodbane? How you doing, my friends? Bit of a Thursday morning blast out for the rum, for the Monkey-Lizard. Nothing serious, just a chilled morning, chatting to a few friends, talking vintage toys. I have a few McFarlane Movie Maniac figures in the loft. I love those. Yeah, I've got the it's not the best movie, but I've got the McFarlane Movie Maniac Alien Resurrection figures. Hey Brandon, how's it going, dude? I hear you guys, I fell asleep last night, halfway through the Peg Warmer stream, to be honest, so I missed your message about the posse. I hear you guys rolled out for a few hours last night. Did you get up to any shenanigans? Aaron, doing good, just spoke up. And heading to the zoo. Oh, that's interesting. Been a long time since I've been to the zoo. Watch out for those monkeys, Aaron. Sneaky buggers. They'll have your wallet out of your pocket. You got Freddy, Jason. Oh, that's a nice collection. Yeah, some of the horror classics. That's a really nice collection, actually. No one streams, really? That's unusual. Normally everyone's streaming. Oh, get this. Yesterday, did I tell you, I got a... recommend Uber Eats. They pay you to eat. They paid me £13 last night for a full Thai with starter and prawn toast and
very good.
what did I have? I had a king prawn, red curry, and that wasn't what I ordered, but a nasi goreng rice, and it's fantastic. But yeah, that's why I fell asleep. I love Thai curries, yeah, they're just brilliant. So look out for the Uber Eats £15 off voucher, bargain. And then if you happen to get the wrong meal sent to you, your quid's in. No questions asked, just refunded. I'm not reading that out. Listen to the Emperor. What a crackpot. My accuracy's gone down the hill. Right, come on. Let's get a kill. Let's get a couple of kills at least. Got an assist. Who shoots me from behind? But Vader force choked the guy and lifted him in the air. Vader's such a badass. There we go. That was a nice clean shot, neck shot.
You must fight harder or this battle will be lost.
43. Remember, you're a stormtrooper. Your accuracy is fine. Well, I'm trying to get my levels up, so my assault is now 73. Heavy is 141. Officer's down at 32. But my specialist is getting up there, so I've been working on him. And I haven't done anything with the heroes yet, so I want to try and get them all up to at least 100. So I at least will stand a chance when we play multiplayer supremacy, because I just get taken out on that game. I'm not even in it. I'm like bottom of the table all the time. This guy with a red, this guy's uniform. I've seen that before. For the Empire! That little Ewok just got tossed around by Vader there. For the glory of the Empire, of course. They're gonna come running out of there, aren't they? As soon as I walk round here, they'll come behind me. Flying murder bears. How did I miss? How the hell did I miss them? Vader. Look when he swoops in. Like, almost flies, doesn't he? He like hovers. Like uses the force to like glide down.
Our attack has gone well, but we have one last command post to
We need to see more of that.
Advance.
We only really saw that in does he swoop down in Empire? In Return, I think he swoops down a little bit. Didn't see it in Rogue One. He was just. I'd love to see him in the Obi-Wan show. If he's gonna fight with Obi-Wan, I want to see him like do some of that force gliding, where he like glides through the air. Such a badass. Unlimited power. Oh, this is Luke. The height of his powers. There's a baby Ben Solo that's not really, you know, still a baby, and Luke is searching the galaxy for, like he's doing in the Battlefront campaign. He's searching the galaxy for Jedi and Sith artifacts, and he's killing off the final remnants of the Empire. And there are still Sith acolytes around that are causing him problems. We already have I was rewatching the Luke scene from the last episode of thought I was dead. It's coming here.
What part of my attack order
Chewie.
did you understand? We're out of time.
Chewie. Boba Fett.
Lord Vader is here. Redouble your efforts.
Redouble your efforts. Oh, we lost.
Your performance was an embarrassment. Was it the cold or just a lack of resolve?
Was it the cold or a lack of
Vader will
resolve?
not
of Greg's Fair Trade orange juice. Where are we going next? Stick with my specialist, I think. 40, let's try and get him to 50. Love that scout design. I always thought, though, the scout design was, you know, like the motorcyclist design rather than scout being a sniper. But I suppose scout personnel are people that do reconnaissance, aren't they? They go off and get intelligence, find locations, maybe do have to do the odd bit of sniping. So yeah, like. We've got a nice bit of cover here.
Calrissian is pushing his fabled luck by coming here.
He just has to fall back at this
Time
level.
to end him.
Time to end him.
This is but a temporary setback. You are soldiers of the Empire facing an inferior enemy, and you will achieve victory. Prepare for new orders.
Command send us an ally, now arriving.
The rebels will attack these command posts next. Defend them.
Finally, that bloody took... took some time. Damn. Yeah, I love the scout bikes as well. The little flaps at the back that always used to come off, and just a cool design. Cool sound as well. Great sound effects for the scout bikes. Oh, it's terrible. It's a terrible effort. They've like an... Eyes out. My only question is, are they monkey-lizard friendly vehicles? Wow, it's funny you should say that. It's funny that you should say that, Aaron. I have made a couple of short videos under the moniker of the Monkey-Lizard Speeder Squad. And the Monkey-Lizard Speeder Squad is a unique band of the Monkey-Lizard Army of monkey-lizards that are specifically trained to use speeder bikes. So if you type in Monkey-Lizard Speeder Squad in YouTube, you might find 3 videos I made. They're short videos of monkey lizards riding speeder bikes. Now, albeit they're not the full 3.75 scale, they are Galaxy of Heroes scale, but they're all speeder bikes. There's a few different varieties, and yeah, they're a bit of fun. So check out. In fact, if you go on my channel and you go to playlists, there's a playlist called Monkey-Lizard Speeder Squad. It's only 3 videos. They're only a minute long, so it's a way. It's only wasting 3 minutes of your life. but you will see monkey lizards, I promise you, riding speeder bikes to the tune of some famous motorbike records. Time for the Monkey-Lizard Speeder Squad to roll out again. I've got a shot in the bottom. I'm watching that one. I'm watching that on the ride up to the zoo. Awesome. Yeah, it's only it's a bit of fun, Aaron. It's a playlist called Monkey-Lizard Speeder Squad. It's only 3 videos. It's got AC/DC. It's got Bad to the Bone. And it's got can't remember what the third one is.
Maintain the area.
But if you ever want lizards to ride speeder bikes, I have that covered for you. In fact, they're all up on one of my shelves at the moment. Not Highway to Hell. Oh, is that AC/DC? No. So I've got. Sorry. So I've got the Ace of Spades by Motorhead. The Ace of Spades. The Ace of Spades. And then there's Bad to the Bone. Bad to the Bone. Oh, bad. Another classic motorbike record. And there's a third one. And the third one is a Highway to Hell would be a good fourth one. But it's not Highway to Hell. That one though. What's the third one? I can't remember. What it is. But it's a classic motorbike record. I think it's off Easy Rider. What's the main one off Easy Rider? Can't remember. Oh, Born to be Bad. Of course. Born to be Bad. Is that one Born to be Bad? Am I making that up? Born to do something anyway.
Victory will soon be ours, but you must hold on for a little longer.
Born to be Wild. That's it. I was like singing Born to be Bad. I just make up stuff sometimes. I know in my head what I'm thinking. The words just don't come out. Of course, it's Born to be Wild.
Give me some rebels to blast.
All right, here we go. The heavy's coming out. The heavy's coming out to inflict some damage. Victory!
The rebel gambit to take Endor has failed, and they now pose less of a threat than the local wildlife.
Less of a threat. Do 20 kills. Longest kill streak. I thought I did better than that. Yavin 4, the Great Temple. Look at that design. That snowy design's amazing. Heavy officer. Specialist. Right. I'm gonna go as the officer for a bit. I know he's not very good. He's frustrating to watch sometimes. But he gets better as the score gets higher, so gotta go through a bit of pain to get him up there. He's lagging behind now. Whoa, that was glitchy. This game glitches from time to time. That was really weird.
Has been sighted.
Oh, has he? Lando.
Our initial attack has gone well, and the rebels have fallen back.
Oh, I thought I had them. Can't bloody see anyone as officer. Yay! Leveled up.
We are graced by the presence of Lord Palpatine.
Lord Palpatine.
We finished the second phase and pushed back the rebels.
Oh, strange. Stood right next to me.
Where do you think you're...
Wookiee now.
The rebels have a Wookiee? Alright, stand here to see if I can get some points. Easy. Love those heavy guns. Captured.
Prepare for one final push, and victory will be ours.
Whoa. Why did I get me and not the others? Because they got armor. Follow Boba Fett. Whoa! Did not mean to fall off then. Started drifting off. I moved the controller by mistake. Mate, this is my last game, and then I'm gonna end the stream. I'm gonna get some coffee, and I'm gonna come back later doing something else. Feeling myself drifting off slightly. Done 2 hours, so I've leveled up quite a bit. I need some coffee now to keep me going. Never been up here before. Where's Yoda? Not Yoda, where's Jabba?
Luke Skywalker is here. Vader should be informed.
Luke Skywalker? Isn't he a myth? Oh, damn.
You have shown that none can
Wow.
hope to stand against the Empire.
Not expecting
A
that.
fine performance.
Okay, that's going to end my stream there. Thanks for joining me in the chats. Aaron, Cudbane, Marky D, Blue, Niels. You guys have been awesome. It's been great chatting Star Wars and